Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to iLeague Season 3. We're in the NA Qualifier. It is a very straightforward single elimination bracket. Best of 3, all matches, I believe. I think the finals are also best of 3. Yes, it looks like they are. So, you've got all the American top teams outside of EG. They're the big absent one. This tournament has a pretty big prize pool, apparently, and supposedly it is, in fact, all prize pool. Last season there was some controversy over whether some of the money was actually being put towards cost of running the event, but at least according to what I've seen published, it is a $320,000 base prize pool. So a lot of money. You do have to finish top 4 at the LAN finals to have a crack at that cash. So with that said, we're in the winners bracket. Well, not the winners bracket. We're in the round 1, the quarterfinals. Winner of this will play not today in a best of 3. And with that said, of course, I am your host, LD of Beyond the Summit. As always, thank you for joining me. It was a total throw in Game 1. There's just no two ways about it. Summer's Rift had a 25,000 gold lead. They had an out-of-control Slark. They had a double global silencer. Zeus had a Bloodstone and the choice to get his own refresher. They had everything they needed to just take the game, walk in with the 1-0 advantage, and close out the Void Boys. But they threw multiple fights in a row, and Void Boys, to their credit, played really well from behind. They seem like they have better teamwork than some of the other American teams, even if at times they get caught in a deficit as far as the game state goes. But they were able to claw their way back in. Great team fight execution. Excellent death wards coming out. Really nice use of the Phoenix Supernova multiple times in the fights. And, of course, Patzel on his Spectre, Bien on his Shadow Fiend, just playing their go-to classic heroes and getting things done. But I'm not sure if we're going to see those types of heroes this game, at least not the Spectre. Void Boys, as far as this draft goes, begin with a Storm ban as well as a Vengeful Spirit ban. And as for Summer's Rift, the more standard ban outs, the Troll, the Sniper. It was a first pick for Void Boys. So first overall pick is the Shaker. Generally a support for them, but we'll see if there's any chance of maybe putting this into more of a core role. I'm kind of doubting it, but I suppose you never really know. I believe it's Omega Poner who normally plays that, so expect Fly to be handling that support. Witch Doctor is the captain, the drafter for the team. Wisp will be removed. Actually ignored in the first phase. But yeah, the reason I don't think we're going to see a Spectre is just this Night Stalker axe. Very aggressive, tower diving early to mid-game heroes. I mean, they could try to run it. It's just a little bit risky. Yeah, you could get run over early in the laning stage. But then again, Void Boys do love their bend but don't break type of draft. Let's see if Summer's Rift want to give it away. Shadow Fiend's also out there. I still think he's a pretty strong pick this game.
Reserve time.
Summer's Rift already double melee, and they just decide, you know what, we're okay giving you the Shadow Fiend, but we will refuse to give you that pesky Spectre again. There's the Shadow Fiend. So it actually goes to Summer's Rift. They're going to block Void Boys from grabbing it. This will force them a bit out of their comfort zone. They're going to have to try something different now. What do they want instead? Let's take a look here. What is still in the pool? Void Boys, as of late, have been mixing it up. They ran a Bloodseeker a couple of days ago. They've run the Naga Siren. We've seen a Lifestealer, Void Troll duo. They've run some Drought Ranger strats. So looking at this particular game, even a Phantom Lancer pick, it's really hard to say what direction they take it. Looks like they've been running the Morphling pick as well as an actual core when they were playing against Team Dust over in the UGC Dota 2 League. So the pool is still pretty wide open for them, I would say. Strong support duo to begin things. It could be a Void game with this Earthshaker Witch Doctor. Some really nice crowd control here, though. He does struggle to zone out an axe, and is very long on the cooldown of the ultimate. The other option is to go from like a Slark type of hero, more aggressive, early to mid-game carry. They could even pick up a Templar Assassin. Does well against the Shadow Fiend. Could be good to walk into the Roche Pit nice and early. We will wait and see. Void Boys now pick number 3. Taking their sweet old time with it. Running low on reserve time. Down to only about 35. But this is the time in the draft where you want to use that bonus time. Make sure you get the right hero for the situation. As for Summer's Rift, I think the question I'm most interested in seeing is how do they look to run their Night Stalker? Is this Going to be like your Yoki style off lane. I have not gotten a chance to catch this team. They haven't played in 9 days. And before that, they had not played in 24. They've not been in many tournaments as of late. No Night Stalker picks in their last 10 games. So something totally off the beaten path. Or anyway, to finish my thought, is it going to be the... Or is it going to be less of a core Night Stalker, more of just that support? With the Axe, you could either jungle the Axe and run the offlane Night Stalker, or you could run the offlane Axe and run the Night Stalker support, roaming with the Skywrath. With the Skywrath pick, I'm leaning towards a support Stalker and just a lot of early pressure. If they want to go that route, then they'll be looking for their safe laner for BSJ. We saw his Slark last game. Although it did not get the job done in the end, it was still a great Slark performance. I don't think he really made too many mistakes. It was more the rest of the team who got picked off, got baited into bad fights, and struggled. And look at that. Void Boy's going to bring out the Tinker. They haven't run it in the past 10 games. Something totally off the beaten path, and they do it late in the draft. By the way, the one glaring omission this draft is Batrider. He's just been ignored by both teams. We're 8 picks in. I'm a little surprised nobody wants him.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know if it's really what Summer's Rift wants as far as their draft goes. It feels like they want something a little more aggressive, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see Void Boys just go ahead and ban it out, because outside of Bat, Storm's already removed. There is a Clockwork ban as well. Bat is the one hero that can hunt Tinker reliably. Nyx Assassin is okay, not exceptional. Summer's Rift will ban the Void, but now I'm thinking for Void Boys, maybe they even just go ahead and remove that Batrider to be safe. Definitely want to remove a hero that can gank the Tinker a lot early on. Spirit Breaker, that's another hero that can hunt him.
Radiant team
up in your face, kind of aggressive cowman. But what is it going to be? Is it going to be that support Night Stalker? Do we see BSJ taking on some other hero? What else is even? I have not gotten a chance to watch his stream. I haven't seen much besides the Slark, so until proven otherwise, I'm just going to assume Slark. Okay, Juggernaut. Yeah, that's another hero that BSJ likes to run. That's right. So, the Jug for BSJ, support Night Stalker, support Skywrath, offlane X, solo mid Shadow Fiend, and the big thing is going to be this Earthshaker matching wits with the Night Stalker Skywrath. He needs to be in the right spot to prevent their dives, particularly on the Tinker if he goes mid, or maybe a safe lane Tinker, maybe a Wind Ranger going mid instead. We'll see, but
10 seconds remaining.
If it is indeed a support Shaker, then he's got to get a lot done for the team in this laning stage. And if it's not, they got to be careful. They're going to go for a Morphling now, so it looks like it will be the support Shaker for Fly. Omega Poner going to take the Witch Doctor this time. And it will be Mercy Please on a core Wind Ranger. So, Beyond playing the Tinker. Looks like they may throw the Wind Ranger into the offlane. They're going to run Patsoul himself, the P-God, on the Morphling core. Decent Morphling game. One of the better heroes versus Juggernaut as far as a carry that can deal with Omni Slash. You can replicate away. You can just wave out. Strength Morph will help you to some extent to survive, although you do have that balancing act between losing armor and gaining HP to worry about. Got to make sure I don't forget my overlay here. There we go. Although now I seem to have lost my in-game overlay. Oh, they're not going to be happy about that.
5 seconds remaining.
Give me my overlay back. Alright. This is not going to work here for me. Hashtag production value. Alright. Not sure why that's giving me issues. Anyway, we're good to go, folks. Thank you all very much for joining me. This is going to be game number 2. In a best-of-3 showdown. It is the Void Boys who lead 1-0. Summer's Rift. Trailing 0-1. They drop out the GLHF for Brax. Always a very mannered guy. One of the nicest players I've met from NA. No trash talk from Demon. Maybe some pub rage for him. We'll introduce the teams now. BSJ going to be playing the Jug. It will be Hero, or as I've been told, Whitebeard on the Skywrath. But since he wants to be called Hero, that's what he's going to be called. It'll be Bugatti 420 on the Axe. Also known as Miracle Chipmunk. Brax going to be playing your Shadow Fiend. And Demon as the offlane Night Stalker. On the side of Void Boys, you've got Omega Poner handling the Witch Doctor. Patsoul, the safe lane Morphling. Bian going mid as the Tinker. Mercy Please, your Wind Ranger. And Fly, the Captain, the big shot caller for the team. He'll be playing that support Earthshaker. a little skirmish over the rune. Tinker and Witch Doctor not going to be able to match Wits with his Axe as well as Night Stalker. They need a +1, and they get it from the Morphling now. Turning on to Bugatti, but not sure how much they want to engage in him. Bian going to start taking damage. They can skill the raises, and Bian's been left alone. Oh, this could be trouble. Raises come out. They need the close range raises, and they can finish him with the C raise, and they get him. Actually, Demon with the last hit. Excellent start here, though. Off to a nice beginning for Summer's Rift. Awkward situation. Should have probably retreated with the team to the north, but in any case, we'll instantly respawn, so at least not going to be too late to the creep wave. But the good news is that Brax had to use all of his mana to get that kill, and he didn't get the last hit. So this means that although he'll get the bottle, he has a lot less mana to work with for raising the wave. So I think Tinker can still do a pretty good job of slowing him down if he plays this lane well enough. So we'll see top lane, early pressure on Omega Poner. The aggressive melee bruisers moving in. Omega Poner will be forced back. So too will Patzel. A lot of bullying going on here in the laning stage. Seems like that's the key here for Summer's Rift to unlocking their potential. They just want to prevent anyone from having a decent start. Even the Juggernaut, one of the better laning melee carries in the game. Not quite on the level of a troll, but still brings a lot to the table. May not kill Mercy, please, but he can harass him quite a bit. And once you get the phase boots, you get your level 6. That's where you can kill the Wind Ranger. Can't evade the base Omni Slash strike, so even with Wind Run, it's still enough to usually to get that frag. But so far, the offlane Wind Ranger is getting her experience. Looking at the offlane of the Radiant side. Mr. Bugatti going to be pulling the wave back. They will bring Demon towards base. He's got a TP scroll ready if he wants to buy one. Saving his gold for now. He's going to trot back out towards mid. Maybe look to make a move here and dive that Tinker. If they could go on Bian before he gets his boots with the Shadow Fiend, that would be a good time, but already Fly will be in position. He can fissure block off Demon, indeed he will. Void gonna come out, no. Oh, they find Fly from the rear, so he gets the regen rune, denies it, but will be called. Do they want to chase this one? Excellent body blocking, very nicely played here as they look to set up onto Fly, but not quite enough, and they don't want to walk up that hill against a Witch Doctor who could skill Maledict and look to turn it. Cast coming forth, Fissure, blocking Demon on the wrong side. If they block him in, he's dead, but fortunately for Demon, he's kept alive. I was bailed out by that one. So as the mid lane unfolds, despite Brax having used all his mana to help secure that first blood, he did get the early bottle, he's got his boots coming out, and he is out CSing the Tinker. Whenever you see the Tinker pick, just like a Shadow Fiend, I'd say even more so to some extent, you really look for these early neutral stacks. The thing for Shadow Fiend is he already brings a lot even before that first item, just from the raises. Like, yeah, you want your mech or your Yules, but he's still a pretty strong hero. The Tinker is just nothing without BOTs, so that's where the Tinker needs the stacks even more than the Shadow Fiend early on. He is leveling up March, though. Just takes 1 point in the laser, 1 in the rocket. With the start he had, not able to really shut down Brax from level 1, there's no real chance of getting kills with the laser rocket combo. So, just going to go for more of the economic build. Around the map, overall, a bit of a lead accrued here for Summer's Rift. Looks like they're getting a bit more gold and experience, just in terms of CS on their cores, and that's where the stacks will come in handy for the Dire squad. There's only a single stack here on the medium camp for the Shadow Fiend. But they're already scouting for this. Look at Demon. He knows something's up. Playing against Tinker, there's got to be a stack here, right? And oh, he's going to scout it out now. It is daytime, so he saw that. He'll continue moving on through towards the middle lane, but Bian can back off to the ramp if need be. He's not doing it just yet. Demon going to dive him. I thought they had vision on this. Maybe not. One raise. There's your fissure, but Demon is going to die for this. I don't think he can do it alone. They need the low to high ground raise, or they need some backup, which they're getting. Trying to find that angle. Brax just cannot get his hero to point the right way. Demon swinging around again. They're going to get the kill on the Tinker. One more auto attack secures it. But Demon dropping quickly to March here. He needs to get out of the danger zone, and he will be fissured. The range creep going to finish off. No, Fly pokes him. Boink. Gotcha. Ends up being a 2-for-1, but it is 2 supports for a Tinker. So I'd say a slight win for Void Boys, but not a total disaster for Summer's Rift. Shadow Fiend also with a haste for now. This gives him kill potential. He could potentially go in as your Maledict comes out top lane. onto Miracle Chipmunk. Void as well being used. Pat Soul nuked heavily, will be finished off, and even going in is that Chipmunk. Hasted Brax on the hunt. Raise. Oh, complete whiff. That's okay. They get the kill anyway. Brax will move into the mid lane now, and oh, I did miss it. That Omni Slash, as mentioned. Wind Ranger, no answers for it. You wind run, doesn't matter. You can't evade those regular Omni Slash strikes. The extra auto attacks that come in between, you can, but it's not needed. Just that basic damage will get the job done. Didn't even have to use the Blade Fury. Goes for the treads here on Banana. Not going for the phase boots, which we see a lot of players favor. Does give you a little bit more mana to work with if you want to toggle to in treads. And Juggernaut does need a little extra mana, especially if you want to leave the Blade Fury at level 1 now. 120 mana at level 1, a bit more expensive. Slightly irritating to deal with. So now it is the first nighttime, and that's where things get a little more scary for Void Boys. They want to just farm this Tinker's BOTs up. He completes his boots. He's got a decent stack here. What is that? It looks like a triple stack waiting, and nothing else. The ogres,
Radiant's middle tower
not the
is
ogres,
under
sorry,
attack.
the golems are, the golems are everywhere. We've got 2 golem camps. Not what you wanted to see as a Tinker. Not in this patch. It does really feel like that, plus the inability to farm Ancients to a much greater extent, has really prevented the Tinker picks from being effective. As we see 4 heroes in Summer's Rift in the top of the net worth chart. Excellent start for them in general. 4 of the top 5. Rotating around in the mid lane will be Hero. And now they're going to chase on to Fly. They get the silence off. Follow-up could be here from Demon's got the level 2 Void, but a great fissure by Fly to try and keep him alive for a little bit longer. Now the Witch Doctor Cask gonna bounce, slowing this chase down. Dropping the Maledict, and well, Omega Pwn are going to take the bullet instead. Early aggression everywhere you look for Void Boys, and they're not done just yet. Demon wants to dive here. He's level 5, but he did not skill up the Void all the way. He went for a secondary point on their Knight. Well, it's going to work out. He'll be okay, but generally you do want to see that Void leveled up. Maybe misskilled in the hectic chase. Now chasing on to BN. They get him. It'll bring him down, and Jimmy still going in. Maybe a little bit too far. Big dives everywhere for Summer's Rift as they're connecting for multiple kills. Requiem. Is he going to go for it? Raise. 1, 2. Brax doesn't need the third. Gets it with an auto attack. And Team Summer's Rift. 5,000 net worth lead. 4,000 experience lead. Showing no signs of slowing down despite that last game and the disastrous turn of events it took. BSJ will bring down the tower bottom lane. Nicely done by him. He's just had an empty lane and happily CS's away. He's going to get the Mask of Madness relatively soon. That is coming out now, in fact. And as I start talking about BSJ, he's going to disconnect here. We'll have a moment to see how things are going. How y'all doing, folks? You having some fun here with some good old quality NA Dota? Hope you're enjoying yourselves, guys. Sophie! Alright, so, well, the game's gonna resume. Yelling at our cat, guys. She has a territorial problem. She likes to mark her territory, and unfortunately, that was in the middle of our studio here. Hashtag production value. Well, Brax now swinging around the river with the Haster inactive. He's gonna run up the mid lane as the level 4 raises. Might look to make a go, but it's top lane where they might press in. It is daytime now, though. Not the best time to engage here for Demon. Looks like Bugatti gonna walk back. They're diving, though. BSJ has the Omni Slash. Once Mercy, please, and yeah, he'll get him.
Dire's bottom tower
No
is
chance
under
in hell.
attack.
Can't do anything as a Wind Ranger there. And they even dropped double Sentry Wards. They're really wanting to secure this Tinker's Boots of Travel here for the Void Boys. How come the treads for the Morphling? And now Demon. He does have the
Dire's
ult
bottom
ready.
tower
Could look
is
for a
under
chase here on
attack.
Void Boys. BSJ rings around. Looking now to farm the enemy ancients. Has his completed Mask of Madness in excellent shape to start accruing some additional gold. An Invis Brax rotates through. He's hunting for that Requiem, but they have Sentry Wards. They're ready for this. Oh, it's out of Sentry Ward vision. Brax ever so close. Oh, just out of vision. They still don't know he's here. This could be a disaster. He is going to take March damage, though. And he really wants to wait. Brax looking for that opening. Oh, baby. This could be it. Unwind. This is it. This is the opportunity. Hello, Beyond, and goodbye, my friend. Brings him down with these. While in the meantime, Demon going to hunt. He does pop the Maledict, and meanwhile, Windrunner trying to chase a bit
Dire's
onto
middle
Brax
tower
here.
is under attack.
Stays in with the Focus Fire raise. One and done. They get him. Jimmy was able to TP out, though, on the Night Stalker. Makes it out to safety.
Dire's
We'll end up
structures
surviving.
are fortified.
In the meanwhile, the Juggernaut taking the tower mid. Pops the Blade Fury just to ensure he doesn't get shackled or letting
Dire's top
shenanigans
tower
happen.
is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, this is not looking good for Void Boys. We might be headed to a game 3 very quickly. 10,000 gold lead,
Dire's
8,000
top tower
experience
is
lead,
under
no
attack.
boots of travel on Tinker. We're 12 minutes in, and BSJ is just going to walk into the Roche pit. He's even scouted here. He doesn't care. Come at me, my friends. You can't stop me.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think I'm pretty sure I saw him. Well, drops the healing ward on the high ground. Very cool placement there by BSJ. It's very difficult to kill this and snipe it. Wind Ranger can maybe get vision with a power shot. But they're just going to struggle to walk in. There's no great Aegis sniper, and we may well be headed into a game 3 at this rate. But then again, as I say that, I mean, we saw before, Void Boys are capable of that epic comeback, though I think just based on the matchup that this is going to be a much tougher comeback as far as lineups go. They don't have that turbo farming Shadow Fiend. It's even a more one-sided start than the last time around. BSJ hunting for the Omni Slash has it. He does get lasered here. He's just going to Blade Fury. They use the call to lock Beyond down for a little bit longer, and they get him with the crit. BSJ hunting for additional kills. Has the Omni Slash. Where's he going? Nowhere. Just healing ward. It'll be okay. Running to and fro. Oh, now they make their move. There's your Mystic Flare, though, waiting for Omega Poner. He tried to leave the base, and that was his first mistake. Jimmy going to drop a ward, and well, that is not going to last very long. Immediately dewarded. The comeback begins with the 50 gold from that Observer ward. And now Summer's Rift are going to calm down a little bit. They've had a nice start here, but not going to try to force the tier 2 mid. Instead, they'll take over the Dire jungle. They're going to look for the tier 2 top, and just see BSJ setting up shop here with the level 2 Omni Slash Dire team. No vision of this move.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now, in we go. Demon with the silence. Auto attacks, get it done. Holding on to the Omni still, and now unloads it onto Mercy, please. Even while wind running, just brings her down like that. Call on 2. Looks like they will lose the axe here to the March of the Machines damage, but still chasing. Waveform from the rear. Demon hunting that Tinker to the ends of the earth. They'll run him down. He may die on the way out, though. Out comes the Fissure. No, it's a whiff by Fly. Patzel has a replicate waveform. He really needs the replicate, but he's out of range for it. Demon able to sprint back and survive. His Aghanims is coming very quickly at this rate. Your third most farmed hero.
I'll take that as tribute.
These guys just don't care. They're really that far ahead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
BSJ will continue the onslaught. Or Brax rather, not BSJ. He'll start to chip away at this tower top lane, the tier 2. Beginning to drop. There's really no way to punish this level of split push either. Shadow Fiend's way too tanky with the Yules, the BKB about to come out. They can't go on him. The Jug is definitely out of the question. They have still no boots of travel on Bian. And honestly, with no BOTs on him for this long, I feel like by the time he gets them, everyone on Summer's Rift will have a blink. Or they're just going to have the Night Stalker eggs. And that's really all they need to finish him off anywhere he goes. Amigo Poner, say hello to the Spirit Bomb, my friend. There's you go. Throw him up. Requiem as he comes down. Pop! There used to be a Witch Doctor there. Not any longer, though. Brax will start tanking some March damage. Force back a bit. But raining around from the rear is going to be Demon, who chases out Patsoul. Not really the hero he wants to be focusing. A bit too durable to bring down, but if they get some backup, they can do it. With the Blake, the call, that's on 3 Mystic players there. Void follow-up. Running them down. Mercy, please, on the way out with the win run. Patsoul surviving. Courtesy of the Strength Mark, but Fly will be the man who falls. Jimmy up to the high ground. Void, he gets him barely. He'll pay with his life, though. Honestly, normally I'd say that's worth it, but given how far ahead Summer's Rift are, I'm not sure that death really is. And it ends up being a dead even trade, despite being a 2-for-1. He did actually, it looks like he spent his unreliable gold, though. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I failed. Fail camera. Fire LD. We're going to see raises here over on the top side of the map. Beyond, though, gets brought down by Brax. So around the map ends up being a 1-for-1. Oh. Man, I am just not... It's not my day here. Tinker ends up getting the kill anyway, courtesy of the creeps, I guess. I think that cat put me on tilt. I mean, what the hell, man? I'm in the middle of the cast, and she just walks up into the corner next to, like, the casting area. And I'm just gonna urinate here on this pile of cables in the corner. I mean, who does that? Come on. I blame the cat for putting me on tilt, alright? I'm gonna make some excuses today. Have a little loser talk. Yeah, I know. I'm still salty.
Not so fast.
But now the Ags is online. Shackles here for Mercy, please, though. Fissure follow-up, power shot follow-up. Out comes the laser. Demon's awful tanky, but has no ultimate. Now the cask, not going to bounce. Blink call, counter initiation. Death Ward used as well. Everything for Demon. That's some hate, but well-deserved hate, as he's a big bucket of gold at this point. We'll end up falling here. Meanwhile, some illusions coming in from the rear to backstep Void Boys, and in you go. Blink initiation from Banana. So Majama has the Omni Slash, really wants to hold it, and may live to regret it, as I don't even know if he gets this kill at all. Shackle, oh, he's got the Blink in 3. Should be able to run Mercy, please, down. Was trying to hold it. In the meantime, the Shadow Fiend will end up getting a kill on the Witch Doctor, and Mercy, please, gets auto-attacked a bit more. Just really does not want to Omni Slash, and finally he's like, okay, I guess I'm just going to have to use it. But kill secured.
Tower is under attack.
Mystic Flare is online. They get off the silence here. Patsoul is strength morphing, so barely able to live thanks to that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Summer's Rift will just continue to choke out Void Boys. They've still got 3 of the most farmed heroes in their cores. Pull ever more ahead. They're now up by about 18,000 net worth. Similar gold. Tower not going to be denied. They do whiff here on the call from Miracle Chipmunk. Jimmy will come in and looks to engage. Morphling going to replicate forward into a Requiem, though. Patsoul, not sure that's the fight for you, my friend. Void going to be available in just a few seconds, but he is strength morph. He gets blasted back. Not much of a stun.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Well, in the engagement.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Chase forward onto Bien here. Blink, there's your call. Pulling the Tinker back in. Shackle, not gonna latch. BSJ marches onwards with the whole gang of Summer's Rift. They want to force this deciding game 3. They want a shot at redemption after that awful game number 1. We'll get close to bringing this tower down. May get denied here, but even should it get denied, they're still in okay position. The tower will drop. Denied, though, by the Tinker. Nicely played by Bien. Demon prowling around with the Ags. He sees all. He knows all. Gem is likely to be next on the agenda. Oh, mid lane. We're seeing an Omni Slash. Yeah, BSJ. Dead. Yeesh. Blink in. Gets the easy takedown. Gonna call a replicate here just to try and get rid of it, and it will be successful. Big aggressive dives, though, all around the map by Summer's Rift. And with a Blink Juggernaut and Aghanim's Night Stalker, they can pretty much just force their way into any fight that they so desire. There's not a whole lot Void Boys can do to stop it. The Night Stalker ultimate getting popped. Looking to force their way in. Don't have the best sieging lineup here for Summer's Rift. They're all melee as far as their cores go. So outside of the Shadow Fiend, I guess. He's an okay sieger. And not the healing ward they're going to try for it. They do have a critical massive advantage. Void Boys may be able to turn this, though, with some excellent plays by the Witch Doctor. A really nice death ward. They start with the Maledict. BSJ just going to Blade Fury his way back. They're lacking the Omni Slash as it was used earlier mid to jump in. Get that quick kill. So they'll wait. They'll reset here, and honestly in no hurry. They face elimination should they lose this. They don't want to take risks and cost themselves the chance at moving on to face Not Today. They're going to take their time about this one. Tinker is slowly piling on a little bit of farming. Just to cobble together a Blink Dagger up to 1,000 gold. But when he's your most farmed hero and he's got half the Juggernaut's net worth, you know you're in bad shape. BSJ just really doesn't care about this harassment. He'll continue farming out the wave top lane as we see Void Boy smoke. Maybe trying to bait that Tinker. He TP's in mid right now. This could be the opening for them. So they want to go. Blake, Shackle, nicely played by Mercy, please. Now the Death Ward, Maledict, follow-up, Fisher's there as well. A big takedown. They get him. That ends a wicked 6 streak, and we have seen this before. The turnaround could be coming right now. Everybody scattering from Void Boys backing themselves away. Bien, though, may get caught here. Refreshing. No, he gets caught by the Yule Scepter. They had vision of him around the tree line. Requiem unwound. Now the double raise coming out, and they will manage to take him down. So it's a Tinker for Jug on a wicked 6 streak. Still a great fight for Void Boys, but unfortunately just the Tinker is the one who dies. Will be the engine for the comeback. If they're going to turn this around, it will need to be the Tinker who gets farmed. There's just not really much the Morphling can do. Patzel's gone Yasha. He's not particularly big, and I don't see him really able to offer too much to the team, aside from being a damage sponge, but he can mostly be ignored for now. Mystic Flare lobbed out by Whitebeard. That's a bit of a whiff, but this one's a nice connection. Bugatti with one dunk, and can't even get off the second in time. There's already a raise that Brax was able to drop to secure a kill. Rocket spammed mid. Trying to hold the line here, Void Boys are. Summer's Rift. Hanging back for now. Blink, call, on to fly. They start slicing, and he will end up dropping. Summer's Rift working on the tower. Seems like eventually they'll be able to break through this base. It may take a while, but Void Boys are just hemorrhaging kills. They even have to buy back on the Shaker just to try and hold it. Very expensive, and they're not being allowed to split push whatsoever with the Tinker. Forced to fight over and over. They respawn quickly. That is the big thing they have working for them. They're so far behind that their death timers are very, very minor. BSJ is going to back off. The whole team will retreat. I think at this point they look towards the Roshan. Rosh going to be respawning momentarily. In fact, it is already up. Walk into the pit. Rosh should drop easily here. Abyssal Blade coming soon for your Juggernaut, your Shadow Fiend. BKB complete, working on the Eye of Scotty most likely, and gonna bottle up a double damager in for Brax. So everything coming together, coalescing for Summer's Rift as they look to force that game 3. They're showing some good poise here, not totally tilting, not spiraling out of control. Sure, game 1 was a disaster, but they're showing that they can bounce back from a unfortunate, not even unfortunate, just a poorly played game like that, and to bring their A game here in game 2. Still, even should they manage to win 2 in a row and force themselves into the semifinals, they got tough opposition. Tinker on the other side of the bracket, and not today waiting on the Summer's Rift side. Whoever wins that game, not today, will be favored against them. I would say pretty heavily, just based on recent performance. Summer's Rift hanging back for now. Still not really confident about sieging. They will blink in though. Get the tower for Banana Slamma Jamma.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And now they may press forward for an actual lane of Brax. Beyond spamming the rockets, spamming the march, but Healing Ward is really the counter to this. They have to get in and snipe that ward for Void Boys, or it will be hard pressed to stop this, but it's tough to stop the ward from going off when you've got so much aggression. In comes Mercy, please. He's going to blink in just to get rid of that ward. We'll be okay for now. No Omni Slash gets used, but it's already a melee rack. Summer's Rift, 1 lane down. They go in. Omni Slash on to 1. It might get 2. No, Beyond has a Ghost Scepter. Very nice. And now they stun Banana Slamma Jamma. They just maybe dealt with here. He'll end up going down once. Do they get him a second time, though? That's the big question. I don't think so. Petzl retreating, and Summer's Rift with no Aegis may want to back off and just reset a bit here. Get your next items. Abyssal comes for the Jug. Let the Omni Slash cooldown. Maybe get that gem on the Night Stalker to deward the map for now. Demon seems to be going towards the Vlad's. Although the game is thoroughly in their court, they've been here before, and I think because of how last game went, they're going to be hyper cautious about making those same mistakes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
But what they should look to do in the meantime is just get some wards up in the dire jungle as much as possible, and they really should just be able to starve them. Don't let anybody leave the base whatsoever. The Night Stalker, the gem, as a potential pickup, they can keep Void Boys completely in the dark. Like, frankly, they should not be allowed to have these wards for very much longer. Summer's Rift moving down bottom. Looking for that high ground breach. Void Boys just sit back. Pray to their gods. But Banana Slamma Jamma finds the opening. He'll start smacking away at this range. Rax will bring it down, gets the kill.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Now retreats. Nice poking and prodding here, not overcommitting, taking their time. Looking for clean pickoffs on Rax, on heroes. No reason to throw bodies away, not after what we saw earlier today. So now they send BSJ towards top while the rest of the team goes in bottom, and they are going for the Blade Mouse strategy. This is your counter to Tinker here. If he spams too much in the way of March, and the double Blade Mail gets popped, he's basically out of the fight. And oh yeah, by the way, there's an Abyssal Blade Juggernaut in your base, taking your base. It's going to be an uphill race here for Void Boys to try and defend. We'll get another tier 3 tower. This removes the last outer tower of the game. They shackle the Shadow Fiend, or attempt to, but doesn't latch, gets up the Yule Scepter. Now the Blade Mail Bugatti engaging in the midst of this. Banana Slamma Jamma just pushing that top lane in. They throw out nukes, Demon retreating. May lose a few heroes, but more importantly, that man's taking the racks. They'll lose their axe in the meantime. Void Boys trying to hold off the assault from all angles. He doesn't actually finish the melee racks, though. But they go back in bottom. This time, these heroes focusing on range Rex, though they're a bit too low to fully engage. As those heroes back, we may see BSJ just poke his way in. Blink. And say goodbye to another lane of Brax. I mean, at this point, if you're Void Boys, you can really call it. They actually have structures, and there you go. They're going to tap out. That's a GG. Well played. We're going to a game 3. It's been a very unusual series here, but I guess overall, you really have to say Summer's Rift do look stronger. If they don't throw, they seem to be the better team. Void Boys will have one more chance to prove me wrong going into that game 3. Guys, with that said, this is iLeague Season 3. It's your North American qualifier action. We'll take a quick break here when we return. Our final game of the day. Who's it going to be? Summer's Rift or Void Boys? You'll find out in just a moment. Stay with us.